Hey. All right, what's up, everyone? Cotter Drake, Will Lehman, and Cooper Keach. We got a new episode here. Lot to talk about. Let's start with this AFC Championship game. Keach, what did you think of the Stidham backwards pass? Do you think they got the call right there or nah?
I do. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch a whole lot of this game, really, because I didn't really. I wasn't pumped to see. Um, I really wasn't pumped to see like a Jared Stidham AFC Championship game. To be honest with you, so I really didn't watch a whole lot, but I saw it all over social media. I think they did get the call right, but I don't have much thoughts on on this part of the pod though. For once, I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh, that's chill. Lehman, what are you thinking?
Bro,
Did you see the play? You think they got it right?
okay. I watched like multiple times. I think they got it wrong.
You know what, Lehman, I'm on your side.
I
I
I
think
think it was forward.
that is
Like,
honestly one of the closest calls this year, I feel like.
yeah,
But
Gene's just he's gonna say whatever the refs say.
Yo, for sure. He
Like
does that.
it's actually unreal. That dude is never he doesn't own his own opinion. But
Yeah.
like he will say whatever the call was and just back it up. But no,
No,
that
Because
was
he is a ref. Like that's his job is to be a ref. So he's gonna have the same view as the refs
yeah,
on the field.
no, dude,
Like no
every
kidding.
single call is oh yeah, the refs are right. Like, bro,
yeah,
Because he
exactly.
he is a ref.
bro,
Like they
200,000 a year, I could go say yes to every single
Yeah,
call. Like,
Keach, and the difference is he has access to like replay
replay.
after
Yeah.
the call.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good point. Good point. But like they're trained the same way and they look at it the same way. So like no no kidding, for lack of a better phrase, he's gonna say he's gonna
I,
say the
I'm just
exact
saying.
same thing.
I don't think, we really need to be paying him for the broadcast, bro. Just go on there and agree with every call. Like,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But
it's stupid. But no, what you thought it was forward, Drake?
Yeah, it did look to me like he was trying to throw the ball forward and then the defender tipped it.
That's what I thought. I thought the defender hit it.
I mean, I probably had to watch it like 30 times before I came to that conclusion because it was
Yeah.
so close. And I feel like honestly, we did not get a great angle of it.
I
But
mean, in the end, just take the sack though. Like, don't freaking
yeah,
chest pass the ball, bro.
right. In the end, no matter what, like right call, wrong call, you can't argue that that's not a terrible decision to try and chuck that ball out of there and all that chaos. So yeah, but yeah, I think that's one of the first times we've agreed on an officiating call.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy. Uh, yeah, I think that was the wrong call.
yeah, I'll agree. I also wanted to talk about that Sean Payton 4th and 1 decision that's kind of been talked about a lot. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I think it was in the earlier in the second quarter, the Broncos went for a 4th and 1 and deep in New England territory, didn't get it, and then obviously, after the game, seeing that it was a low scoring game, that got brought up a lot. Especially the play call was kind of questionable. Layman, I don't know if you saw that, but what did
Yeah.
you think
No,
of it?
I thought right away you need to kick this field goal and go up 10-0. Like, you have your backup quarterback and take points when they present themselves. Like, you have the top defense in the league. Like, trust your defense and take points.
Yeah. See, I'm more just like analytic minded, I guess, in that ideally, like it's fourth and less than a yard, and you're so far in the Patriots' territory that it just makes. I get that scenario with like, yeah, obviously they have their backup quarterback in, and even at that point in the game, you could tell that maybe it would be more of a lower scoring game. So I get that argument of why you take the points there, but just thinking about it from a standpoint of like it's fourth and less than a yard, and we're deep in New England territory. I don't mind them going for it. Now the play call was pretty bad, but I wish they'd just ran the ball or just kept it simple. Like that play call does not make a ton of sense with the
Yeah.
back quarterback in.
I would have
But
liked like a play action to give Jared maybe like a an option to run it himself because I feel like he has
yeah,
good legs. Like, give him a chance to make a play, maybe. I don't know.
no, yeah, I can get behind that. But I was okay with the decision to go for it. And I typically will be okay if it's like 4th and 2 or less and you're inside like the 30 or you're in like reasonable field goal range. I'll probably always support a coach's decision to go for it.
I'm
Yeah, I just
siding. I'm siding with CD on that. I'm gonna sound like a complete echo of myself talking about the Bears, but like when you're an underdog and you like let's be honest, with Jared Stidham starting, like you are an underdog, you have to try and win the freaking game and finish in the red zone. And you don't finish in the red zone by kicking three, you finish by scoring touchdowns. So I hate the play call, but I love the decision to actually go for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat with you.
Yeah.
I just think it's different because they have the
Now, seeing the
defense
other
is
side of
so
that,
good.
okay.
Like their defense makes them not an underdog, where you can like kick the field goal, where you can trust the defense.
Jared Stidham hadn't started in what was it been like 2 or 3 years. I don't care
Exactly. So
how
don't
good
go
you,
for it.
and it was for the Raiders, bro. Like you are an underdog in that game. Like Stidham is a bum, sorry. But like you have to make game winning plays, and if they pick that up, that is a game winning play.
Yeah, well, if he's a bum, he's not going to make the game-winning plays.
Good. Go with the momentum. You're up 7-0. You're in the opponent's territory. Like take the momentum, roll it, roll the dice, hit some, miss some. They missed that one. Oh well. Like roll on. But that's how I view it, which is different. But
Yeah. So the flip side of that is at the end of that game, the Patriots mostly played very conservative, like basically just throwing the ball out of bounds on 3rd and 11, running the ball on 3rd and long until obviously the Drake May bootleg, which that's really an MVP moment, I think, if you think about it. I saw online that it was actually his call to keep that. So that's pretty impressive from a second year play caller. But do you guys have any opinions on either how the Patriots played at the end of that game or that play in particular?
Drake May is a flat out stud. I'm not saying that 'cause he won me my fantasy league, but the dude is a freaking stud, just flat out. I think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm hoping he doesn't turn into a CJ Stroud, but definitely promising. And you may catch me rooting for the Patriots here in the next upcoming seasons. Obviously, not going to shy away from my Raiders, but when they're out this time of the year, which is probably going to be pretty typical, I'll be pulling for New England. So
I'm with Keach on that one. Drake May's a dog. I think he is a lot better than CJ Stroud. I mean CJ Stroud was good. He was good in the system, but I think Drake May has the ability to be a superstar and like make the superstar plays.
he's
Like
already
CJ
there.
Stroud's not going to rip off that run.
No, I think Drake May is already there. Was CJ Stroud ever in like MVP consideration? Like
No.
exactly.
If
Drake
you really look at
Drake
his
May is
rookie
right
year,
there.
it was mediocre. It was good.
Yeah.
Like it was good.
One
Yep.
thing I one thing I love as a Bears fan is I've seen a handful of posts like redrafting the class with Drake May and Caleb Williams, and every redraft Drake May's won. And every time I open the comment section, it'll all the Bears fans will be like, "Nah, Caleb's our guy.
That's that's
We're
called
keeping Caleb."
delusional. That's called
That's
delusional.
called supporting your guy when he plays well for you.
That,
And
that's
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 what I
called
also
love.
that's also delusion, like flat out. I think Caleb is good. I think Caleb has a higher ceiling than Drake May, but Drake May is just way too consistent, way too good. Like
Super Bowl in your
I
second year. That's
correct.
insane. That's
Like
insane.
I'm taking Drake May over Caleb, but that's just me.
Bro, and like look at that supporting staff, bro. He's throwing to a washed up
Correct.
Stephon
Correct.
Diggs.
I was
And
just gonna
Hunter
say that.
Henry, bro.
I
Hunter
was
Henry.
just and
This
who are
is
his running backs? Ramondre. They give the ball to I guess they have Travion Henderson, but
bro, he got
Ramondre is the bell
Trevor
cow
got 4
back.
carries yesterday.
Exactly. Exactly. So like if you give this is a question for CD. If you flip flop Caleb and Drake May, does Caleb go to the Super Bowl?
I mean, with that defense the Patriots have,
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not.
oh,
We're really counting out, and with the field of the AFC this year, like not by any.
oh, it was a Mickey Mouse run, no
Yeah,
doubt about it. But
yeah.
still,
I mean,
he's not putting those numbers up. There's no
that's
way.
that I'm in agreement with Lehman, which means I'm probably wrong, but like, oh well.
I'll say this. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, though, but I think this is kind of, I know this is kind of stupid to say because the Patriots won, but it's just a talking point for conversation. I think that if Bo Nix plays in that game, Denver probably wins. I don't know if that's just like meaningless ball talk or whatever, but
I don't even think that's not even a hot take. I don't
yeah,
think.
Is it crazy to say that Caleb Williams is the third best quarterback in that draft class then?
Yes, it
After
is.
after
yeah,
Bo Nix and Drake May?
Yes, it is.
Mm,
that's Packers fan right there.
uh,
Fact. Fact.
we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it shapes up next year.
Yeah, we will. Okay, I've seen too many people saying that the Bears are going to finish last in the division next year.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not going to argue that that's a possibility, but too many people are saying it off the basis of we won so many close games this year that next year we're
Oh,
doomed to just lose all these
look
games.
at the Chiefs. Look at the Chiefs.
Okay, Levin, what you're forgetting is that think about our season last year with the Hail Mary, the Thanksgiving debacle, the Packers blocked field goal. Like, it's not like we have all these good breaks and the bad breaks are coming for us. Like, we had our bad breaks and now we're getting our good breaks.
Yeah, now it's gonna be all in one season. Though. You're gonna have good and bad breaks in one season.
Yeah. I mean,
That season happens 1 out of 1 million times. Like that regular season. That is crazy. Those wins.
some of them are crazy.
Have you
Like,
like go back and look at like the Raiders game? Raiders should have won that game against the Bears. Blocked field goal. Same thing with
I'm glad we did not, baby. Fernando Mendoza, come on
our.
home.
so then,
Anyway,
Levin, are we in agreement that it was crazy that the Packers beat the Bears
Oh
when they
yeah,
blocked that field goal?
yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
then
As
even
long as
now at the
McKinnon.
end, but then even now at the end of the season at Lambeau when we sat our starters after Jordan Love went down, so it's
I
fine.
mean, you're still playing a 4-12 team with the worst offensive line in the league, but yeah,
With
whatever.
Emmanuel Wilson out there at running back and Malik Willis at quarterback and our receivers all in wheelchairs on the sideline, bro. Dude, he was throwing to like Malik Heath, dog. That's a practice squatter.
I've never seen a team complain more about injuries than the Packers fan base.
Bro,
Dude, our entire defense was hurt like the majority of this year, and Bears fans pretty much said nothing. Or at least it's
Micah
definitely not.
Parsons and Tucker Kraft blew their ACLs. Those are like our
bro,
top two guys.
Tucker Craft is not all that.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just it should the tight end position in the NFL is one of the most overrated positions. You're either Brock Bowers, like I say Travis Kelce. I mean like prime Travis Kelce, or you're just like a run of the litter guy who blocks and
Bro,
his offensive scheme lets him get all these like big games.
no,
Like
dude.
you're either a stud or it's your offensive scheme. Case in point, Mark Andrews. Because like remember when Mark Andrews would get hurt and then like Isaiah Likely, tight end too, like balls out. It's like, oh man, he's really good. No, he's not. It's the scheme, bro. All tight ends are just like that, Tucker Craft included.
Okay, what about Colson Loveland then? Because he like won the game for the Bears against the Packers.
I was gonna say I'll take Colson Loveland over Tucker Kraft
Okay,
personally.
that's crazy. But give me Tucker Kraft. Dude, he's a game changer when he's out there, bro. The yards after catch is insane. And he's a good blocker.
Colson Loveland is a way better route runner.
Colson Loveland did turn up at the end of the year. I will say that.
Brock Bowers will be a receiver who plays tight end and is better than anybody you guys are gonna mention.
Trey
So
McBride.
you'd rather have Trey McBride over Brock
Yeah,
Bowers.
yeah, would.
You're an idiot. Have you watched Brock Bowers play?
Trey McBride had 10 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown every game last year.
Have you watched him play? Don't just look at the box
All
score.
right,
Watch the man
Drake,
play.
who you taking here, bro? Step in.
I'm probably taking Bowers over McBride personally.
Yeah. Get hosed, Layman.
That's crazy.
The guys who actually watch the games know what they're
That's
talking
crazy.
about.
That's crazy.
It is close though. I'll say that
Coopers acting
McBride.
like it's a blowout, bro.
I'm not trying to like diss on McBride. He's a very good tight end, but
I'm in the
The only
same boat.
thing, the only thing
McBride
not
is
going for Trey McBride is that he has two moms, bro. That's the only thing not going for him. He's a dog.
yeah. All right.
He's a dog.
now I didn't know that, but now that I do, it really doesn't
I
surprise me.
didn't know that either. I'm not even gonna lie. Are you being serious, Layman?
Look it up.
That's wild. All right. All right. I think we're gonna have to kind of just move on. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where to go off that. Um, let's go to the NFC Championship game. One of my bigger takeaways from this game was the Tariq Woolen sequence where he had the 15-yard taunting penalty on the 3rd and long, and then he got uh gave up a touchdown to Puka next play. Do you guys have any opinions on that? I mean, it's pretty
Idiot,
self-explanatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't act like
idiot,
a
bro.
thug. I mean,
Is
that's
that thug of the week candidate
that's
right there,
that is
Layman?
thug of the week right there. He might be thug of the year, bro. He almost
They
just cost
still,
his team to the Super Bowl. Like, that was
they
almost
still,
costly.
they still won, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like it's just dumb. Like if it was first or second down, like whatever, like crap happens. But um, after getting a stop, making it gonna be fourth and 12, like that's just idiotic.
Bro, if you're
But
gonna do it, at least trash talk a player, bro. You're just like trash talking some like random white dude on the sideline. I think it's like the offensive coordinator or something.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just like that's just like one of those like moments though where you feel like you're on top of the world and you're taking shots at whoever is in front of you. So I don't blame him on that, but just dumb. But and my other two cents, if you're gonna get a taunting penalty, get your freaking money's worth. Like that was kind of weak for having a 15-yard penalty. Like I didn't even notice it until they ran the replay, and I'm like, meh. Like at least get your money's worth if you're gonna get a taunting penalty. But
and don't give up the game or the big touchdown, the play after, bro, on a 50-yard bomb. Make sure you don't do that too. That's kind of important.
Yeah. Um, the other thing from this game, well, I have two more things from this game actually. The first one is I feel like that muffed punt. This is kind of another obvious statement, but that muffed punt at the end, at the start of the second half, was really what cost the Rams the game ultimately, I think. Because I think Seattle pretty much just scored the play after that. I mean, did either of you guys have any thoughts on that? I don't really know if there's a conversation to go off that or not, but
there's not. There,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
stupid.
you can make mistakes, but you can't make f ups, and I'd consider that a pretty big f up for lack of a better phrase.
That's a phenomenal quote. I won't lie. Layman, you got anything better than that?
No, I'm with Keach on that. That's facts.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about was that the Seahawks' decision to pass on that 2nd and 7 late in the game, and when they picked up the holding penalty, the defensive holding penalty. I This kind of goes off of the Patriots play where they had Drake May run the bootleg. I feel like when you get to the AFC Championship game and Super Bowl weekend, like when you're so close to that pinnacle, like there's certain scenarios where all normal football logic kind of just goes out the window and you have to like make a certain play or plays to like win the game. And I thought that from this weekend, those two plays were the two that stuck out the most in my mind is like those are the plays that won them the game with the bootleg and also that decision to be aggressive and throw the ball on a 2nd and 7 where they could have easily just ran more clock to the 2-minute warning.
So
Yeah,
I
I've
like
been
the both.
agreeing.
Go ahead, Keach.
Yeah, I would say I've been agreeing with Connor the whole time on this. It's like when you get to these moments, this is why you pay your big boys the big dollars is to go make the plays to get you over the hump. So quit trying to reinvent the wheel. Just put the whole season into the hands of your playmakers and your big dogs and just let them do what they do. So I like it. I think it's playing to win again. It's not playing it safe where yeah, like Connor said, you just hand it off, run it, chew clock. No, like just say no thanks, go out and just play to win. And I'm all in on that.
Yeah,
So
no, I mean, go win the game. I feel like that should be normal football logic. Stop trying to play all conservative. Like, go win the game, go ice it. Because I mean, you got Matthew Stafford on the other sideline. You saw what he did. Like, if he had any more time than what he was given, they might have scored there. Like,
correct.
go into that game. And like, you have a Pro Bowl quarterback. You got Jackson Smith and Jigba. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Kenneth Walker. Like, let them win you the game. Don't just run the ball up the middle.
And Barner. Don't
Yeah,
forget about don't forget
Barner.
about Barner.
He's
Yeah,
good.
he's
I
a
love
stud.
watching Barner. He's a dog.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all in agreement on that.
Yeah. It also shows the amount of confidence the Seahawks have in Darnold right now. I feel like his situation is somewhat similar to, I know Keach is going to hate me going back to this, but Carson Beck, in the sense that a lot of people
Eh,
just counted the Hurricanes' ability to make a run out because of Carson Beck and his, he does have turnover issues. No one's denying that. But as a whole, like that Seahawks football team and that Miami football team are just so good they're able to make a run, I guess is my point with that.
I think Baker would have been a better player comp there. I think if you give Baker the Seattle defense and that squad, I think he does the same thing. A guy who's pretty much written off. I'll never forget. I think it was Thursday night football game, his first game with the Rams, had a game winning drive against my Raiders. But like he was down to the point where he was almost out of the league, and now he's a legitimate franchise quarterback. And Darnold was the same way. So kind of reminds me of like a toned down Baker, if that makes sense from like a PR standpoint. Where like you never know what like Baker's going to do. Where Sam Darnold's pretty straight on and pretty easy going, I guess.
I remember the pictures of Baker Mayfield like playing defensive practice squad for the
Yeah,
Panthers. Like I've been a big Baker Mayfield fan ever since all that stuff kind of came out. I
yeah.
also like his slightly like cocky edge that he has,
Oh,
and
who doesn't?
players need that. Yeah,
Yeah, who doesn't?
training for sure.
Falcons Bucks, that's gonna be a movie. That's gonna be crazy. Like I hope the Bucks smoke the Falcons next year, just like both times.
What's your issue against the
Oh, Kevin
Falcons?
Stefanski. Did you not see the Baker Mayfield tweet?
No, I'm not. I guess
Well,
I'm not
I
online
forgot about
enough.
that
That
storyline.
that's gonna be electric.
Dang, I didn't. I was confused what you were talking about at first, but that's a good poll. Yeah, Stefanski was Baker's coach, I guess. Dang, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, no, I believe it's that Stefanski will be a good coach in Atlanta. I mean, you can't really get in a much worse situation than the Browns with that Deshaun Watson ordeal. So he kind of had nothing to work with there.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, we want to do quick Super Bowl predictions before we get to hoops. I'll probably take Seahawks to win and to cover the 4.5.
Seahawks by 40. It ain't even going to be close. Maybe not by 40, but you guys get the gist.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with Seahawks going into it, but I'm going Patriots.
There's another cooked layman take.
Yep. Drake made 3 touchdowns, 300 yards.
You're just another
Parlay
Drake
it.
May Glazer.
Parlay it, Layman. Parlay it.
All right.
It's like that's about as good of a parlay as PJ Tucker 5 threes. If you guys get that reference, you guys get it. If not, you don't. But yeah.
How much more time we got here just for reference?
Over 10 minutes.
All right, I've been waiting for this session. Let's just talk about Audie Crooks for a little
Oh,
bit. We're switching over to hoops finally. Keith, you want to start this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I don't watch women's basketball at all, but I am on Twitter. And some stuff does come up on my feed, and sometimes I do watch it. So I'm kind of gonna geek out here. First off, before I absolutely lay into her defense, I am going to say she's a Shaq like dominant force on the offensive end, on the block, one on coverage, no doubt. But with that being said, on the defensive side, it is literally like running the whoever offense. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's whoever she's guarding gets the ball, or in her realm, it's whoever she's guarding sets the high ball screen, and literally point guard comes off shoulder to shoulder, and she just lays him right to the hoop, and it's a free layup every single time.
Yeah.
So and I keep seeing like Audie Crooks and all these like great stat lines. And I'm like, really? Because you're playing terrible defense, and in a world of basketball where analytics is king, the least efficient possession in basketball, does anybody know what it is? We'll take that as a no.
nope.
It
No,
is
go ahead.
it
Go
is
ahead.
it is one-on-one post-up isolation basketball. Literally, when was the last time you guys saw a one-on-one isolation post-up possession in the NBA? Never. Well, I say never, but like 2010s. But like you are the least efficient, or I guess your best possession is the least efficient offensive possession. You have the worst pick and roll defense in America, hands down, and you can't shoot. So if you don't have the ball, you're clogging up floor spacing. Like I don't want that on my team. Like if I'm the GM or if I'm recruiting or whatever, like I just don't want that. But that's all I have to say about it. I got my rant out.
Yeah, I'll say this as an Iowa fan, I watched that entire Iowa State women's game. Like I'll agree with you, she's fully dominant on offense. She's got some disgusting fadeaway now too that she did not have last year. But yeah, the big games where she was getting all the publicity from were the games where they were playing like nobody mid majors at the beginning of the year, and she would play like 20 minutes a game and drop a ton of points. I mean, I don't. It's still an impressive stat line nonetheless, but I mean, it's very. The competition level was probably not the best.
And there's the other issue that I didn't even speak on. She's playing 20 minutes. So everybody thinks it is efficient basketball. It's not. In the era of pace and space and jack threes, high ball screen, pick and roll, drive in, kick out, hit the shooter. I don't want anybody posting up. Like I'm a big man. When I go play pickup, I post up, but not on if I'm the GM or if I'm the head coach, we are not posting up. It's just not efficient basketball.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, like you said, just basically to piggyback, like ball screen defense is terrible. It's basically just she can't contest a shot. She doesn't look like she wants to play defense either. And I wouldn't want that as like for she runs that team like she subs herself in and out of games. So I don't I that's not I'm in agreement with you that that's not something I would want. It's pretty atrocious from what I'm seeing. What are your Lemon, do you have any thoughts on it?
I don't really watch the NBA, care about the NBA or anything. WNBA, not NBA.
This
I
is
mean,
this is college
College
Layman.
hoops, Lemon.
whatever, college. I don't care about women's hoops.
Yeah.
But from what I've watched, defense isn't that important because they miss a lot of layups anyway. So I mean, if she's scoring, I guess keep her out there. I don't really
Another
know.
another atrocious Layman take, but carry
Gosh.
on. Ugh. Layman is the Kendrick Perkins of this show. Like nobody really knows why he's here, but he's loud and he makes takes.
It's a great comp.
I,
Yeah.
I
I'm
keep it. I
also
keep it interesting.
Sure.
sure. Yeah, we'll take that. I'm
The only
also
thing,
Iowa
my only
guy.
thing about women's basketball is I say we get rid of it. It's send them all to Europe.
Hey,
I got
say what you want. I'm gonna go bold take of the year. Next U.S. Olympics or next Summer Olympics, U.S. is not going to win gold, and it's going to be somebody from Europe. So I'd be careful what you say there, Lehman.
Well, I want the Europeans to take the girls' basketball. I don't like the
I'm
WNBA.
talking I'm talking basketball as a whole, but that's
Oh,
a whole nother rabbit hole I could go down.
yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, look at what Illinois is doing right now. Their
literally,
whole team is basically like European pros, and they're cooking everyone.
Yeah,
literally,
it's
when
time.
was
It's time to put some rules down for that. I'm so tired of these Europeans, all these
bro?
people
No,
taking over the
do you
NCAA.
okay? They are the best players on the planet. Lehman, when was the last time an American-born player won an NBA MVP?
Mm, I,
Pre-COVID. I think I
who was
think it
it?
was Harden in 2018. I think
Oh, I'm
because it
fine with
went.
them playing in the NBA.
You're, this is atrocious hoops talk. Atrocious.
College
But
basketball, they
no,
need to no college basketball. They need to fix they need to fix the
they
rules.
do have rules they need to fix in college.
I would
Like
agree.
Bro, the
the
Tennessee Bama game, it was crazy. That dude that was in the G League, bro,
yeah, that's the guy I
caught
was
like
gonna
three
bring up.
lobs in a row at one point, bro, and they were like freaking disgusting.
Yeah, that stuff's obviously wild. I've seen Nate Oates talk about it. I don't even think he fully agrees with it, but I agreed with his statement
Oh,
where he was I agreed with his statement where he was like, "Look, like I'm open to making a change. I'll work with people to make a change, but if these are the rules, like how am I supposed to turn away this kid that's come to me who's been deemed eligible, you know?
I
I
mean,
don't
I agree. Take him, bro. He's freaking insane. He was
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
I like it to an extent because it shows the gap between the guy on the end of the bench in the NBA and the top dog in um in college. I was at the Bulls game on Saturday and I saw Iowa's golden boy, Luca Garza out there. Him and I looked like we were in about the same stamina level, conditioning level. Like he ran
That's
down
funny
the
as hell.
he ran down the court twice and he's like shoulders are moving, he's like huffing and puffing. I'm like, dude, you're guarding Vucevic. I'm like, how are you gassed?
Oh my gosh.
You're not guarding some like big like rim runner. You're guarding a skinny dude from Europe. Like, how are you gassed? But anyway,
Yeah. Well, I can't claim Garza. That was before my Iowa time, but yeah, I'll always support the Iowa boys.
fine. Timmy was better.
Garza was a dog in college.
Yeah, he was nuts. He was pretty comparable to like Zach Edey in terms of dominance, not in terms of like
Ooh,
play style or anything like that.
Oh, I don't even
You don't
like
think it's
Iowa, and I
comparable?
agree with Drake on this, bro. He
I don't think
was.
so. I don't think so. Dominance comes down to a physical level. And Zach Edey, there's like nobody. I think if you took UCF Taco, he could maybe give him a stand when it comes to physical dominance. But I think from an offensive side, just scoring the ball, yeah, I'll give it to Garza. When it comes down to just straight dominance, like if you gave Zach Edey the ball and we're in single coverage all day long, he would have 50. I don't think Garza would do that. Garza had to have a pick and pop. Garza had to have a pick and roll. Where literally, if you said Zach Edey get get the board outlet, go sit on the block. You're not going to get doubled. He would have at least 50. But that's just my thoughts.
I can get behind that. We got to talk more hoops on this thing.
Agreed.
Yeah. We got more time.
6 minutes.
All right. We can come back to Iowa and UTK hoops if we got time, but I really want to get to this draft discussion because I feel like Keach is going to have a lot to say about it. So we're just going to skip ahead to that real quick if that's chill with you, Layman. All right, Keach, what do you think? You got Debansa, you got Boozer, and you got the Kansas guy. Who
Aaron
you
Peterson.
taking at one? Yeah, Peterson. Who you got
I
at one?
think it all depends on what you're looking for. I think Darren Peterson is going to be like a step up from like a Brandon Ingram kind of guy. Um, I think Boozer is going to be like a 15-year. He's never going to be a superstar. I'm gonna say that right now. Like I watch him play, and it's like, what does he do great? The answer is really nothing. I mean, he is an awesome player. He's a great college basketball player, but like I watch him play, and there's nothing that sticks out in the NBA. It's gonna be like just like wow. I mean, he's a 6'10", like just like jack of all trades. So I think he'll be similar to his dad and just kind of be like a second or third fiddle and carve out a good 15-year career as long as he stays healthy. I think the clear number one overall pick is AJ. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his last name, but when you look at a guy like that with his athleticism, it is a no-brainer. But when you look at young guys, like athleticism does fade, and I see that. But he also has the game, the touch, the feet, everything else that kind of comes with it. So when his athleticism fades, I think he'll still be a top end scorer in the NBA. His defense may take a hit, but I think I would want AJ first. I'd want Darren Peterson second. He's kind of he kind of gives me the I don't really give a flying you know what to be here. And I think that stuff does fly in the NBA, which is kind of sad, but he doesn't really have the best attitude. I don't really want that. Kind of similar to like a LaMelo Ball. Like I don't really care what happens, but I'm gonna go get 20. And then Boozer, like I said, like career role player, career third fiddle kind of guy. But it's kind of my thoughts on it.
I'm exactly with Keith. That's my exact order. I think the Bansha is good. He can shoot, he can score inside, and he's freaking athletic. And then yeah, the Peterson, I think he'll be a good guard. And then Boozer, I could see him being like a Jabari. Was it Jabari Smith who was? Who was that one guy that went like top three? He went to was it Jabari
Yes,
Smith?
to Houston. I think,
Yeah. I feel
yeah,
like
Jabari.
what's he average? Like 12 to 15 probably.
I've got no clue. I don't watch the Rockets
I could
minus Şengün. I like
I
him.
think I'd compare Boozer to Jabari Smith. I think they could have similar careers. I feel like their
Mm,
numbers and I feel like they have similar builds and similar college, like a similar college stats. I might be wrong.
I'm not looking at stats. I'm watching the actual games play out because I think stats in college are kind of misleading. Like I remember when Chet came to Gonzaga, I was like, holy smokes! Like we got the guy, and he came to Gonzaga and his stats were just kind of eh. So and then he goes to the NBA, he goes number one overall and is a complete stud now. But like when he was with the Zags, it was kind of just eh, like he's good, but he's not great. So when it comes down to college, like you can look at numbers, but I'm always a guy who looks deeper than the numbers. And I watch the games and how they're playing, and I'm more of an eye test guy than I am numbers guy, but that's me.
Yeah. I'm gonna admit that I am one of those people that people sometimes make fun of. I don't really lock in on basketball until like the Bears are done playing, or even maybe a couple weeks after that. I'll say that's the way to go. I think that football is better, but as a guy who has been watching, I wanted to say I had two things to say going off your conversation. Number one, with what you had to say with Peterson, his attitude of like, I don't really care to be here. One thing I've noticed is I think that kind of flies at Kansas a little bit. They don't really have, some college coaches that like Florida last year, they have a science to who they recruit and like how they go about it. And I think Kansas is still just going after like top talent. And I think sometimes that stuff gets mixed in there. And that's
Yeah,
why maybe they haven't been as successful as years past. That's my take on it though.
I'd agree. I'd agree.
And then my second question, this is more of a question, would be I'm kind of out of the loop on what people are talking about with AJ. Have there been comparisons, just from what I'm seeing passively, have there been comparisons to Wemby with him at all?
No, he's just Wemby. Wemby's different. Wemby's 7'4".
Yeah.
AJ's not 7'4", so not really, and he's also a lot more explosive than Wemby is. Something I do want to say before we run out of time. Sick and tired of every lengthy wing scorer getting compared to Kevin Durant. When you sent me the draft, what we were going to be talking about, I was like, oh great, and I'm like, everybody's gonna say, oh, Darren's be the next Kevin Durant. There will never be another Kevin Durant. I'm just tired of Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, Paulo Banchero, any 6'7" to 6'8" wing scorer who is skinny and long. Everybody compares him to Kevin Durant, and I'm sick and tired of that. Jay Billis did it, and I'm like, dude, there's never going to be another 7-footer who can pull it from 40 with a freaking clip. There's just never going to be that ever again. So I needed to get that out, get it off my chest. I'm sick and tired of hearing it, but that's it.
I feel like I've seen comparisons like Paul George. That's what I've
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, but I've also seen the Kevin Durant comparisons, and it just drives me up a wall. And I wouldn't want to draft a Paul George number one overall, but that's me.
Yeah. Are we out of time basically here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good episode, boys. We're definitely going to have to talk more hoops. I'm going to be watching more hoops coming up here now that the Bears are out. So we'll be
Hey,
doing
with
that more going forward.
with the week off, we'll have a hoops dedicated podcast episode before the Super Bowl comes out.
100%. I'm
Guaranteed.
down for
Perfect.
that. Yep. All right. Yep. Catch us doing that next time. Connor Drake, Will Layman, Cooper Keach. We'll see you guys then.